Bishop Don Juan Cason. Oh, how we will miss him dearly. Yes, he was a good man. Y'all meet Sister Leah and Sister Mary around the back for the funeral tags for your car and line up behind the black limousine in the front. We'll all meet at the graveyard. Anyone have any final words before we dismiss? Come on, baby. I'ma keep it real, no faking, no bullshit. Nigga was saying in a suit in a pulpit. Motherfucker mask off, who you think you fool, man? Pedophilia, fucking with the little kids. Narcissistic, controlling, abusive. Abandon your wife and your 2 kids just to let a nigga be your own one. Stick it in, got it in this church. This a fucking innocent, full of jealousy, envy, and hatred. No cap, you niggas in here faking. No love, no loyalty or patience. Jesus ain't coming for you, so stop waking. A soulless misrepresentation. No heart, it's not straight faking. Liberated mind, it ain't no thinking. He got half of you hoes and her pregnant. Don't know who the fuck you playing with. I told you I'm a dangerous bitch. I walk with God and it's legit. Yeah, don't know who the fuck you playing with. I told you I would change you, bitch. I walk with God and it's legit. Yeah. Truth gang, it's your girl Omega, and I'm always bringing that truth. You know how I do. So this is a special video. I have a special video for you guys today. So I am going to go ahead, per my ancestors, angels, and guides, set the record straight. Okay, because I am aware that there are a bunch of people that are on my channel that didn't originally get here because you found me through a channel. You were sent here due to the situation that's going on. So a few days ago, I did a reading, and out of the oracle came snitching on themselves. And then after that, after I did that reading, I think I took a break for a couple of days. And during that time, Spirit was like, you need to go back and evaluate the conversations that you and Miss Leah Grubb / more, whatever the fuck, you know, she wants to go by, had. So I did that, and there was so much incriminating evidence in these messages that Spirit said, yeah, you got to break this down. You got to investigate. You got to break it down piece by piece. So that is what we are going to do. Let me just go ahead and start by giving Ashe to the Divine Infinite All. Ashe to my Ori that is in the upright. Ashe. I'm going to just do this like, let me do this properly. Madre Omega. Ashe by Ishtar. All right? And I'm going to give Ashe to all of my spirit team, all of my ancestors, all of my angels, all of my guides, all the elder councils, the council of the underworld, the council of the heavens, the Galactic Federation, the netters, everyone, Egyptian gods and goddesses, known and unknown, that mean me well. And I also ask that you all would bear witness as to everything that I am saying, and I'm going to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. So allow this to be written both in the heavens and in the earth and in the other world as a testimony. Ashe. So I'm just going to give a little background. I met my ex-husband in 2008. We were married in 2009. We had our first son in 2000. I'm sorry, we were married in 2008. We had our first son in 2009. Okay, he cheated on me in 2009. I was pregnant with a child, so it was like, I'm pregnant, and then he was like, I'm out. Okay, so that's how that went. Okay, and we were divorced in 2011, 2012, somewhere around that area. Okay, so this video is about his current, and I'm doing the little quotations, wife, Miss Leah Grubb. That's the name she's known by, or more at this point. Okay. So I met this girl in 2019. So me and my ex-husband had already been divorced for a good, 7, 8, 9 years, like a long time before I met this girl. I do want to add in that the girl that he ended up cheating on me with and impregnating is not this girl. Okay, so when he left me for another woman, it was a lady named Ernestine. Okay,
And literally our son was like 1, okay? And he impregnated her. We were still married. And then we ended up getting divorced because of this pregnancy. So he didn't cheat on me with this lady here, Miss Leah Grubb. He didn't cheat on me with her at all. He cheated on me with Ernestine. Okay, so I don't have any beef with this person whatsoever, okay? This might be a long video, but we're going to get through it, okay? So I met her in 2009 in Atlanta, Georgia, after I left Omaha, Nebraska, after I was asked by my ex-husband to relocate so that he could be a part of his son's life, okay? This was on speakerphone, and my kids were present, so like I have witnesses, okay? So he did definitely ask us to pick up our lives and go down there to Atlanta, okay? And we did that. This was the second time that I went to Atlanta. The first time, it was when I met Ernestine or whatever, and he called me then that first time with the same excuse. I had a boyfriend and everything. Me and my boyfriend and my children, which is his sons and another daughter, moved down to Atlanta the first time, right? And that was with Miss Ernestine, but we didn't move there with Miss Ernestine. We were tricked, but I hadn't learned my lesson then, and I did it again, okay? So, I met her 2 times in my entire life, okay? Before we moved down to Atlanta, he did agree because I told him that I was going to be starting my business at that point in time, or as Epiphany. He did agree to pay the bills until I got that off the ground. So I just want to point that out. When I met Miss Grubb, it was the second time. I only met her 2 times, I'm sorry. This is, spirit work. So y'all have to bear with me because this is my experience and this is what I've been through. But I promise you I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. If I'm not, y'all can sue me for defamation or whatever, and I'm willing to take a lie detector test, okay? But anyways, so I only met Miss Grubb 2 times in the physical reality after being in ATL for about 2 months, okay? I didn't leave my house when I was in Atlanta. As y'all can see, I was there working the channel, okay? This is around the time where that video was recorded when I said, we need 1,000 subscribers. I can't go live anymore. We need 1,000 subscribers. So it was around that time that we met, okay? So it was suggested to me because I was always sitting in the house. So it was suggested to me by my ex-husband that I hang out with his new girlfriend. And I had explained to my ex-husband that I did not want to be this girl's friend at all because of the situation with the other wife, the second wife. I'm the first wife. Ernestine is the second wife. This girl here is supposed to be the third wife, okay? So I explained to him I didn't want to hang out with her because I had a bad experience with hanging out with the other one. You know what I'm saying? It was just real traumatic for the both of us, not just me, but the girl too. And I have to say this too. I am not associated with her in any way. The other girl, Ernestine, I'm not associated with her in any way. And me and her are not friends. But it is what it is. Let's keep going. All right. So after I gave him a little mess about being this girl's friend, he kind of started to try to mind manipulate me and say basically, well, you can't be praying to God for friends if you have one right here and you're unwilling to allow her in your space or whatever. But the only reason why I did not want to be her friend is because that was his girlfriend. And every time he got a new girlfriend, they would never know me and they all would hate me and they all would want to fight me. And I wouldn't even know these hoes. I would not even know these people. I've never done nothing wrong to these people. And this is my testimony. Okay. But as soon as he would get another chick, for some reason, he would automatically bring them into my energy or bring them to me after we were divorced and everything. Even after the divorce, he still brought these females. And it was just never a good experience. Okay. Around me and my children and my family. Okay. So, I ended up going out with her, but I went with her under the stipulation that my daughter, my little helper on this channel, my 16-year-old, I went with her under the stipulation that my daughter would go too, because I don't trust him or her. You get what I'm saying? Everything's just a little leery with these two. So I wanted to take my baby with me. And then she was like, okay, that's cool. We'll take, the baby with you or whatever, She wasn't a baby, but, Anyways, so she said she invited me out, right? I never approached her or anything like that. She invited me out and she told me that she wanted to get her nose pierced. Mind you, both sides of my nose was already pierced when I met this girl, okay? That's what she said she wanted to do. So basically my ex-husband called me and was like, okay, you're going to go with her to go get her nose pierced, boop, 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 boop. We ended up going with her to get her nose pierced, but then the place was closed. So we ended up getting some fast food or something and going home. But we ended up sitting in that parking lot, right? for a little bit, and she was talking to me, and my daughter was in the back seat. I did not have a conversation with this girl in that car. I was very quiet, very reserved, because I already know what's up with this guy and these other girls. You know what I'm saying? I've known him for over 10 years now at this point when she came in, you know? So I'm like being quiet and observant or whatever. And she didn't seem like crazy or nothing to me at that point or anything. You know what I'm saying? At that point, we sat in a conversation and that was it, right? So that's the only time that I hung out with her. Ever. And we only stayed with each other, and my daughter is my witness because she was there for like an hour because the place was closed. So after we sat there in the parking lot, she was trying to like talk to me and get to know me or whatever, but I was being quiet because I don't know, I don't know her like that. You know what I'm saying? And I do know him, and I already know he be on some shit. Okay? So that's basically it. I met her that one time, and then a few weeks passed by. I ended up meeting another friend, a neighbor from down the street in Atlanta that ended up inviting me over. It was around Easter. She invited me over to her house, and I started hanging out with her because she was a mother. She wasn't a single mother, but she was a mother, and she had 2 boys, and, I needed somebody for my boys to play with and all that other stuff. So I ended up making a friend, so I never hung out with her again. And then as I'm living in the house and I'm building my business, all of a sudden, all of the utilities and stuff started getting cut off. They all started to get cut off, okay? So when the utilities got cut off, he had told me, if you have a problem or you can't reach me, because those are the only people that I knew in Atlanta, he told me, if you have a problem or you cannot reach me, then you can call Leah because I'm going to give you her number, and if I can't get to you, she can, right? So everything was getting cut off, and I called Leah because that's what he told me to do. So I called Leah, and when I got on the phone with Leah, I told her that, the utilities and stuff was getting cut off, and she was like, what? Like, why you calling me and telling me that? And I told her it's because he told me that when I move down here, I don't need to worry about anything. He's going to take care of everything, right? I'm going to take care of everything. You don't have to worry about anything, right? So she wasn't mean to me or nothing at that point. She was like, oh, okay, hold on. So she clicked over and called this dude, right? She clicked over and called him. And at that point, I'm calling my kids in the room because I don't want to be telling my kids that your daddy is a motherfucking liar. I want you to see it. So I called my kids in the room as she got him on the 3-way. And then she said to him, so she said that you invited her down here to Atlanta and told her that you were going to take care of everything for her and the children while you're here. And he completely fucking denied it in front of me, his sons, his own birth sons, and my other daughter, right? So he completely fucking denied it. Shit getting cut off. He told her that that's not true. He didn't invite me down there. I'm just down there. Why the fuck would I give up everything to come? But anyways, I want to stay on track. That's what he told her, okay? I'm giving y'all the backstory, and then we're going to look at this screen. We're going to go down these messages because I have to show y'all everything, okay? All right, so after the utilities and everything got cut off, even though he was denying it and everything, she said that she was going to come over and get us some water because they had cut the water off, the lights off, everything in the house. So she said she was going to come take me to get some water. Same rip as last time, okay? So she comes and gets me, and she takes me to go get like 2 24 cases of water so at least we can have something to, wash with, make something happen with drinking, all that other stuff. So she takes me to go get the waters, and I don't talk to her anymore the entire time we are in Atlanta. I don't talk to her anymore at all, okay? Few days later, after she gave us the water, she didn't pay for it or nothing. I paid for it myself. All she did was give us a ride. Okay. So a few days after that is when Spirit told me to go ahead and leave the house. And then y'all see me dealing with what I'm doing online or whatever, but I'm actually in a domestic violence shelter because he literally had me give up my house, my car, my everything to move down there, and then lied, like flat out. He denied it the first time it ever came up. It just denied. No, I didn't ask her to come down here, nothing. Okay. So that's that. All right. I've never talked to her since then, right? So what else do I have? I took some notes because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So just bear with me. Yeah, so let's see. I guess the total time with me knowing this girl, like actually being in her presence, would be 1 hour and 45 minutes. Out of the damn near 40 years that I've been alive, the only time that me and this girl has actually physically been in the same room ever was those 2 times in my life, okay? So I just want to make that clear. Okay, so after we went to the shelter or whatever, that's when me and Baba D ended up getting together. And from that shelter, I was working and all that other stuff while my kids was in the shelter with me. I did send them to St. Louis, but that's a whole nother story. Y'all gonna find out all about that as well. I did send them to St. Louis because he left me and the boys to go to the shelter. He didn't take them. He didn't offer to take them or nothing. You know what he did? He drove us there and he dropped us off. Yes, he did. He seen his sons get out of the car to go to the shelter and he dropped them off right there and drove off and went back and got cozy. Okay? So that was the last time that I talked to her. That one time, okay? And then after that, me and Baba D got together. We ended up going to Louisiana. We went to Louisiana. And when we got to Louisiana, y'all know we was trying to do the RO barrels thing with the girl, Tiffany. That's a whole nother story too, but we'll get to it. We were trying to do the RO barrels thing and rebuild her land and all of that and start a community for the spiritual community. So we ended up getting an apartment because we were staying on her land at that point in time, right? We ended up getting an apartment, me and Baba D. And in this apartment, me and Baba D, right? I had cooked some breakfast. I think he had bought me something or something. I don't know what really happened that day, but I remember I had cooked him some breakfast. And then she went on to Facebook where I posted the picture of the breakfast. I didn't post a picture of him or anything. And she angried my picture. This girl, Leah, she angered my picture of just the strawberries, the French toast, and the eggs and all that, right? So I got into her inbox and I told her, I said, you know, that's for my boyfriend. It's not for like your ex-husband or whatever. Like, this nigga's not with me. My ex-husband, he's not with me. I got a new man or whatever. And then she kind of was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to anger your picture or whatever. So that triggered something within me at first. And then I just really didn't think anything of it after that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, something in me was like, yeah, that's weird, bitch. Because why would you anger my picture if I'm in a whole nother state than you are and he's with you? But anyways, what else do we have? So about 5 months into me living into Louisiana, she called me and she told me that she was pregnant. I don't really know why she called me and told me that, but she called me and she told me that she was pregnant and she didn't know what to do and she was crying and she was upset. And I simply replied to her, welcome to motherhood, like single motherhood, welcome to single motherhood, because I know how this nigga moves, okay? Once he get you pregnant, he out, okay? So she got mad at that. And then he ended up calling and they wanted to like argue and fight about it. And then this is what I said to her. I told them that I did not give a fuck about their kid because he does not take care of the one that he has. There's Archangel Michael. Go get him, okay? Because he doesn't take care of the ones that he has, okay? So that started a little rift. But even after that conversation, like, Spirit was like, don't ever talk to her again. So I just did not talk to her again because I felt like that was a little weird that she called me crying about being pregnant by my ex-husband. They weren't married at the time. So I thought that was a little weird. And then for her to run back and tell him, and then they both called me and try to attack me. And then I was like, look, I don't really give a fuck. She called me about y'all, baby. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And they got mad at that. That I said I didn't care about their kids because he doesn't take care of my kids. And like, why did I say welcome to single motherhood? Because I've been there and I've done that. So that's what it is, okay? But anyways, there's definitely 3 sides to a story. It's yours, mine, and the truth. And in this case, it's like yours, his, and the truth because y'all both lied and neither one of y'all truly love me because I do make it clear on my videos and everything that I married this person and I really did not know him. He said he was a preacher, okay? He was only in my life for like 6 months total, okay? As like a husband figure, that's it. Which is why it's weird that he would be talking to my twins and all that, but let's get into it, okay? So these messages, they're gonna be a little bit disturbing, all right? So if you're triggered, you might wanna get off this video. It's very incriminating. And if you can't deal with stuff like this, then just don't, okay? So I'm going to read these word for word. I do have key points, and I'm going to point things out. And then, you know, you guys can give your popular opinion in the comment section or whatever it is that you're going to do. I don't really care. I'm just, you know, breaking this down, clearing the air. Because like I said, a lot of y'all don't know my side of the story, but y'all just went with it anyway. So I'm going to give it to you, okay? All right, so it says, this is me, the purple. The purple is me, and the gray is going to be them. All right, so she has sent some messages to me, and then she unsent them because they were really bad messages. But this is my response. I said, you're going to jail too. There's nothing you can do. Think about it, Leah. I never did anything to you. You let this man set you up and be in competition with someone who was never in competition with you. I never did anything to you personally ever in your life. You really fucked yourself. You're willing to hurt someone who never did anything to you. I really tried to warn you, and you're going to the pen. You and my mother and Arthur. I'm not afraid of y'all trying to kill me either. The feds are already watching. They know exactly who to go after, okay? And then I said, I had nothing to do with what y'all did to me, so y'all can't blame me. I wasn't even tripping off of y'all. I stayed far away. And I said, oh, you can unsend the messages, but the Fed's technology can still pull that shit up, okay? And I said, ain't no way out of this one, 0. I will have the same mercy upon y'all as y'all had on me. And I am. This is why I'm making this video, because they publicly defamed my character. They blocked opportunities. They're in a relationship and they blocked my relationship. So they just didn't want me to have anything. Like, I don't even know this girl. I just want to make that clear. I don't know her. Okay, but anyways, I said, y'all gonna have to work this out with God, which is me, so that ain't looking too good, because it is. I'm calling down justice, and here it is, okay? She said, girl, you still going? Listen, I have every right to beat your ass. Remember what you did? Only thing that I did was tell her, welcome to single motherhood, when she told me she was pregnant, because I know how he is, and I've known him a long time, many, many years, okay, before her. And I told her I didn't give a fuck about their kid, because I don't, because I have other kids that are mine that I need to take care of. But anyways, I told her, I'm not afraid of you. I never have been. She said, do I need to send you the messages you sent me about my daughter? You don't need to be in this or something. You don't need to be is what I'm saying. Okay, so she's replying to me saying I'm not afraid of her. You don't need to be is what I'm saying. I said, I don't care about none of that. You're going to lose your daughter because the feds are after you. She said, you wish on your life I'm going to jail, laughing my ass off. You need to grow up. We shall see. I said, I hope hating on me was worth giving away your life. And she said, you know, we shall see. Of course, I definitely will. We definitely will. Let me pause, y'all. Let me pause the video. Because this is hard for me. Because this shit finna get real deep, y'all. I'm for real. Let me just take a break. Okay. So she said, we shall see. I said, yes, we definitely will. And then she says, bitch, I got feds in my family. You sound dumb as hell. Okay. So when she said she had feds in her family, this is going to explain to you all why with this deep ass situation, I just was not able to go to the police, because I already know my family's the police, and she's now saying that her family is the police. Okay. And I said, y'all didn't forge my signature right, basically, is what I said here. She said, I'm going to beat your ass and get the boys like Ernestine did. I just need to say for the record, Ernestine never had no legal documents on my children. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. She never had any legal documents on my children. She said, girl, what are you talking about? I said, okay. She said, you know what I'm talking about? I said, you know what I'm talking about? And so do the police. We don't even need to talk. She said, go with God, shorty. You need him bad. And I said, you should take your own advice. She said, your mama said to ignore you. Pause, right? Why do you even have any contact with your ex-husband? I mean, with my ex-husband's mother, and I'm his first wife, and he didn't even cheat on you. There's no connection between me and this girl, right? So why do you have any contact with my mother, okay? I don't talk to my mother, and I don't talk to you, okay? But this is going to prove why, because see, my mother wants to make the world feel like she's loving and kind to me. I didn't talk to her ass because I felt like she didn't love me, but these messages are going to prove it, okay? It's going to prove it, all right? I said, God with me, and that's why y'all going to jail. She said, don't worry. I said, she going to jail with y'all. I'm talking about my mama. And she said, oh, no. I said, I got to pause again. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm finna get through this shit. Ancestors, angels, and guides, continue to give me the strength to give my testimony and tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Ashe. I don't give a fuck how many times I gotta recenter myself in this video, okay? Because I was too angry last year to comment. And I didn't look back at these messages until a few days ago, and it just like kind of re-angered me. So let me get some water. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. This is gonna be some good shit. All right. God is with me. That's why y'all going to jail. She said, don't worry. I said, she going to jail with you. I'm speaking of my mother. I replied to her, don't worry, and said, oh, I'm not. She said, okay, when I'm going to jail so I can laugh in your face when I don't. This is her trying to taunt my psychic abilities, okay? I said, keep skipping over the fact that the feds got all three of y'all. She said, laughing my ass off. It says you need duck, but, you know, she meant to say you need dick. And I said, this is going to be beautiful. She said, you skipping the fact I got feds in my family, okay? She's telling me that law enforcement is involved in this situation. So while my psychic ability ain't working, here's the proof, okay? And my family, too, because I told y'all my family, the police and shit, okay? They're not my family, but these people who raised me, okay? And I said, thank you so much for hating on me. Y'all fucked yourselves. Well, before I said that, y'all can see the screen. Fuck. I'm just finna get to this, okay? But anyways, y'all have to bear with me. This shit is traumatizing. Wait till y'all see this. All right? Legba these nuts in your mouth. This is just her taunting me, okay? I never said nothing to this girl about Legba. I've not talked to this girl about spirituality. I didn't become her friend. She don't know what I believe in. I never had that conversation with her or nothing. She's bringing up Legba now, okay? I never said anything about Legba. She said, you sound like a Sufi path. And she tried to say psychopath. Okay, bye. And then she tells me, and I know where you live. Now, this was last year at the 100-year-old house. And mind you, I don't know this girl. I don't talk to this girl. We live in 2 different cities. She's saying right now, a year ago, that she knows where I live at. But I'm making shit up. But I'm making shit up. I don't know where this girl live. I don't know this girl's phone number. I don't know none of that shit. I don't even know her kids' names. Okay? And I said, I'll be seeing y'all soon. Come on over. They're watching. I'm not afraid of y'all. Not even a little. Like, what the fuck? This is so awesome. You gave your life up all for me. 3 of y'all did. And I was never even paying any kind of attention to y'all. Nothing y'all did worked out. Not even the death spells. You can't fuck with me, period. You're not attacking me. That's why it's not working. Y'all attacking God. This is awesome. Y'all don't even know it, but oh, y'all will. Y'all going to jail. I ain't did nothing to y'all. That's me. Okay, this is her. You're the same bird-watching bitch who invites yourself on my wedding page writing dumb, psychopathic shit. Girl, bye. First of all, y'all remember, in a 100-year-old house, I was putting up videos about the birds when we were making offerings to the birds as the motherfucking tribe and shit like that. Offerings to the birds. Y'all remember. Y'all remember. Like this video, because y'all do remember. Okay? How the fuck do you know what I'm doing in 2021 at all? I still have not talked to her or nothing. Like, I don't know this girl, but she's watching me watch birds. And I really wasn't able to do that shit until I got back to St. Louis. So this bitch been watching me for a while. But you're calling me crazy and psychopathic. I said, you have no reason to hate me. I do not bother y'all. Y'all are obsessed with me. And because of that, y'all have lost everything. I know what y'all did, and the police know too. The federal government picked it up without me even knowing that this was going on. Y'all did this to yourself. Stop. I ain't done nothing to y'all. Nothing. She said, girl, stop writing me. And I said, y'all did what y'all did out of hate. And she sent her laughing emojis. I said, this shit majorly backfired. Laughing emojis. I said, laugh. I want you to. And then she sends me a picture of me. Now, I have to explain this picture of me. Do y'all remember when I posted that picture like a year ago on Facebook of me going out with them 2 girls and SolTribe in St. Louis and all that shit? Those 2 girls are attached to this situation. Brittany and the other bitch, they're attached to this situation because that's who I was out with. Y'all know I don't go out. I tell you that shit all the time, but that's the only people that I went out with. She was watching the whole time. This is me on the live with those girls in St. Louis that told me they knew me from SolTribe and we was going to kick it and we was going to hang out. But these people are all setting up my murder. Okay? So they're incriminated in this too. So this is a picture that was taken in 2021 of me when I got back to St. Louis. And this was all this was all before the funeral of my mom T. Okay, I found out about the inheritance and all that shit after the funeral, the day of. Okay. And I said, oh, so this is more proof y'all have been stalking me as if the feds don't have enough. She said, laughing my ass off. I am laughing. Laughing my ass off. Tell them to come on. I said, I'm so ugly, but your husband is obsessed with me. I don't call him or anything. He will not let me go. I don't ask him for anything. She said, laughing my ass off. You want to suck his dick. Listen, this is his wife. He's a preacher. She's the preacher's wife. Okay? This is the preacher's wife. Okay? I'm like, ew, bitch. That dirty dick that I told you, but you don't listen. That's what I told her. I've been told you this nigga had a dirty dick. Okay? She said, remember you tried to text me he was at your house and you didn't know he was right next to me? I never text her that. I don't give a fuck. I never text her that. That's my testimony, okay? And I said, girl, I don't want him in any way. She said, laughing my ass off, dirty. You mad he didn't give me a used ring. Now look at this, y'all. That's incriminating. You're mad he did not give me a used ring. I did not tell this girl that he gave me the ring. I mean, he could have. He gave me the ring off of another girl's finger when we got married. So that also right there proves that this nigga was doing me wrong from jump. You took the ring off of another female's hand and gave me the same fucking ring. The same, married me with it. And I didn't find out until after we were already fucking married, okay? So, and I already knew that. Remember, all this shit, the ring and shit, him giving me a used ring and all that shit, all that shit had happened a decade before this bitch even existed in the picture. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, let's go ahead. And I said, that's why I don't contact him about anything. And she said, you know, you mad or whatever. I said, no, you're not. She said, you keep talking about you, laughing my ass off. I'm over everything. Y'all the ones that are mad. She said, yes, you is. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm mad. She said, both my rings are brand new, honey. I'm like, if you say so. And I replied to her saying both my rings are brand new. I said, paid for with my inheritance. More evidence for the feds. She said, you didn't exist to me until you started to bring your monkey looking ass on our page, on their wedding page. Now, let me tell you something. They got married. Okay. Another break, y'all. Another break. Okay. They got married literally a few days after my mom T's funeral. Let me get up and let me look at her obituary so I can give you the exact, okay? All right, so her funeral was on July 29th, 2021. July 29th, 2001. That was the day of the funeral. I think that was a Tuesday. So they got married that Saturday, okay? And I told y'all that funeral was for me, but we're going to get to the evidence because it's in this message, okay? So that's when she's saying I did not exist until then, right? But before then, you had already just sent me a picture of me of way before the funeral. That was before the funeral. That was months before the funeral. You sent me pictures of that. The bird watching videos was damn near fucking almost a year and shit before that. But I didn't exist to you until I came on your wedding page, which was 3 days after the funeral. It was like 3 or 4 days after the funeral. Okay? So I said, you're not getting out of this one. Laughing my ass off, bitch. Nah, with the money we making, hoe. I said, tell it to the feds. She said, I'm trying to get it in. I'm like, you going to jail. I'm like, oh my God, for real, for real. She said, I got receipts, hoe. I keep telling you to tell them to come on. Laughing is your day, is what she say. I don't know. But anyways, I said, I'm not doing anything to you. The government is. Laughing my ass off. I said, me too. She said, you should be a spokesperson. I said, oh, I'm going to speak on it now. And this is when I started to speak up on the situation. Y'all know I have not mentioned my personal business at all in public about nobody or talk bad about anybody. Y'all ain't never heard me talk bad about nobody in public unless they did something to me. And this is what's happening. But anyways, said, oh, I'm going to speak on it. And she says, I'm about to call your mother and your daughter and show them your dumb ass is still texting me. Okay? So she talking about my daughters that I had created. They were born in 2003 and I didn't even know that nigga. I didn't even know that nigga. I had a whole nother husband and everything. Those are not his children or anything. So she's talking about my oldest children, my twins. Okay? She said that she was going to call my mother, my mama, the one who raised me, and my daughter, the one that came up out of me, and tell them about me. I said, do it. She said, you need to be a better mom. Stop smoking weed, bitch. She doesn't know anything about my parenting. And her husband, which is my kid's father, has not even gave my children $1. $1. 99 cents, nigga. $1. He don't know nothing about these kids. And neither does she. But anyways, she said, your brain cells are gone. No, I said, she knows she going to jail right with you. Laughing my ass off. She said, bring it on. I said, my cells are gone because I will not react how you want to. She said, stop fitting into your shit. She don't. I ain't never gave this lady no shit. I've never given her any shit whatsoever. She just never loved me, and that's why I always strayed away from her. Anytime I did anything wrong, like anything wrong whatsoever, she would call the police on me. This lady who calls my mother, I was literally in the hospital going in premature labor with my first son. My husband, this dude, had left me, and she wanted to go out and have fun, so she wanted me to babysit some other kids. And because I didn't babysit those kids for my adoptive mother, she called the police on me. She sure did. And I just got out of the hospital that day, a few hours before, in preterm labor. And because I would not watch my nieces and nephews, because I needed to heal, she called the police on me. But whatever. I'm the one giving her shit. Anyways, let's keep going. She said, stop feeding into her shit. And I said, this ain't my shit, because it's not my shit. I don't talk to these people. I don't talk to my mother. I was talking to my kids. I ain't never stopped talking to my kids. But I was talking to my children. But I had not talked to my mother or her husband in years. But anyways, I said, this y'all shit, but that money is mine, because it is mine. She said, let me explain. I don't care how you react. I said, explain it to the government. You don't got to explain nothing to me. Explain it to the jury flat out. She said, okay, now stop texting me. Be a mom, buy the boys clothes, they looking bummy. That's what she was trying to say. Be a mom, buy the boys clothes, they looking bummy. Any clothing that my sons have had their whole entire life, I pay for it. No one else, not their father, not this her husband. He's never bought them anything. He doesn't pay child support, nothing for these children. And he never has. And this is the preacher. But she's getting on me about how the kids look, knowing that I'm doing it all by myself, but she likes this energy and I'm going to prove it. Okay, I said, I did not provoke y'all to do this to me. She said, Edie, bye, bitch. Okay, Edie is the name that they gave me, the adopted people. That's the name that they gave me, Edie Denise, okay? And she said, and I said, y'all just hate me because I'm me. She said, buy your kids some shoes, you numb bitch. She was trying to say I was a dumb bitch. I said, I understand that y'all hate me, basically. You don't even have clothes, is what she said. What the fuck you think I'm doing, bitch? Walking around here naked? Like, what the fuck? You don't even have clothes. That's what she said. You don't even have clothes. Like, what, bitch? I don't even have clothes. And I said, you mean your husband's kids that's never bought them one pair of shoes? And she says, lie. I not them shoes myself. No, you didn't buy my kids no shoes, bitch. And if you did buy them, you only bought them once. And it's not your responsibility. So if you did buy my kids any shoes, he is their father. He's the one who's supposed to be providing for the children. I never asked you to do shit for my motherfucking kids. You had to provide shoes for them. Or if you did provide shoes for him, it's because your husband's a bum, bitch. And he needed you to take care of his fucking kids. Because he ain't doing it. It's about you bought the shoes yourself. Bitch. The fuck? Anyways. I asked her, do you know what I have, ho? Because you don't know what I have. She said, I'm positive you're living in abandoned sanctuaries. So where is the proof that I was living in an abandoned anything? I just want to know. Where's the proof that I was living in an abandoned anything? And I said, that's cool, but your kids was here. But the kids was here way before you, and he never bought them shoes. So she said she bought them herself. And I explained to her, okay, but what about all the years that went past, the decade that went past, that you were not there, and he did not buy them anything? And she said, come see me then now, or whatever. She wanted me to come and see her, or whatever. And I'm not fighting over this nigga. He's nothing to fight over, okay? She said, I've been here. Unless this bitch has been here for a long ass time. Like before we got married, I don't know how long this bitch has been in the picture. But the first time I ever met this bitch or seen this bitch was in 2019, okay? She said, I've been here. Yes, you did. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I said, when? She said, you keep mentioning God, laughing my ass off, you a mess. I said, but you're pretending to be me. Because they did steal my identity, okay? And she said, your daughter's walking around musty. Which daughter are you talking about? Because you've never been around the daughter that's here with me. You may have been around the children that stayed at my mother's house. And if that's the case, then you need to be telling her that shit, because she's the one who has custody of them. Why does she have custody of them? I already explained that to y'all. But if anybody have any questions, I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to hide. Nothing. And I'm not ashamed about shit. So if you want me to ask questions, answer questions, ask them in the comment section. All right. And then I said, why I can't mention God? You scared? She said, bitch, I never would try to be a crackhead bitch like you. So now I'm a crackhead. What? Because I smoke some weed. Now that shit legal though. That shit legal now in several different states. So I'm just trying to figure out what drugs are you saying that I'm doing? What drugs are you saying that I'm on? You calling me a crackhead? Where's your proof of this? I've never been around you other than an hour and 45 minutes out of damn near 40 years. So I'm just trying to figure out, what are you talking about? Okay. And she says, cause you fuck with voodoo. And I'm like, I don't fuck with voodoo. I fuck with my spirit team or whatever. But anyways, she says, even your sister said you did. Oh, you didn't think I talked to her too? So she's telling me that my mom is in on it, my daughter is in on it, my sister is in on it at the same time. Okay? She said, your whole family loves me. Why would you? We've been divorced for 10 years. Okay, y'all see why it's hard for me to talk about this? Because it's absolutely insane to wrap your mind around some shit like this. We have been divorced for 10 years, and this bitch do know my whole family, because when we get through these text messages, she finna incriminate everybody. Okay? Everybody. She's incriminating everybody in this text message. So she's telling me that my sister's in on it too. My whole family loves her. So this also proves my psychic ability, right? This also proves my psychic ability about you trying to be my doppelganger, about them trying to have you replace me in my family. And even on that wedding picture, because she was like, I made my way to her page. I'm going to tell y'all about that too. There was a wedding picture on that page. Even on that motherfucking wedding picture, there's a wedding picture that these people took, and it's literally my whole entire family. And the only person that's different in that picture is this girl. She would be where I would be standing. The only person that's missing is me, and she's standing in where I was standing. So it's that ain't my birth mother, my adopted mother, my ex-husband, her, and my twin daughters, my two children, my twin daughters. That was their wedding party. Now, I don't know anybody who's that close with their ex-mother-in-law after them and their child has separated. I don't know anybody that's that close to them, but hey, y'all tell me, all right? I said, y'all really think y'all got everybody against me? And that's me replying to, she said, your sister in on it too, okay? And I said, she said, I have to keep pausing, y'all. Because this shit really do give me hype, because I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. All right. I said, y'all really think y'all got everybody against me? This is going to be so funny. And she said, and you still ain't got shit. Ask Legba for help. Oh, I forgot. He not helping you do shit. See, that's where you wrong, honey. That is where you are wrong, honey. Okay? Legba helped me start this platform to expose all of you motherfuckers. I think he did a pretty good job. Okay? He opened the road for me to escape every single fucking plot, death plan, witchcraft, fucking spell y'all fucking sent. That's why I'm still here. Ashe Legba. Gang, gang. Get this motherfucker. Gang, gang. Okay? I said, this is so funny. What are you even talking about when she mentioned Legba? She said, what happened to the young boy you was with? Did he leave your stink ass? She talking about Baba D. No, he did not leave me, motherfucker. Okay? You know who I'm talking about, sweetie. You scary. I said, we living good. What are you talking about? She said, I offered to fight you and still none. Like, still nothing. This is the pastor's wife. This is my thing, y'all. What are we fighting for? This is what I'm asking. What are me and this girl fighting for? I don't like this nigga. I don't even like this nigga. I don't love him or nothing. He never gave me anything to fight for. He never gave me anything solid to hold on to fight for. It would be different if this nigga provided for his children or did something. Then you might have a fighting chance if I give a fuck about a nigga. But he never gave me a reason to love him or care about him at all. So why in the fuck would I fight you? I'm not fighting. I'm fighting for a nigga that don't take care of his kids. You think I'm lying about that shit, nigga? I would at least put forth an effort if he was providing anything, something, anything at all for the children. But he doesn't. So why in the fuck am I fighting you? You need to be fighting Ernestine because that's who he was cheating on. That's who the fuck he was cheating on when the fuck you came around. Okay? But anyways, she basically said, I'm scary. I said, do I sound scary, really? She said, very much, very much. I said, okay. She said, very. I said, I'm afraid. You got me. You got me. You got me, bitch. You got me. I'm scared. All right. She say, you know titty having, bitch. Laughing my ass off. You want to be me. I've never looked at this girl like that for real. I didn't care. I never looked at her like that, but she's definitely been looking at me. Like she's talking about my titties, like me being flat-chested or whatever. She said, basically, you know, talking about my beauty, y'all. This shit hard, man. Because I've just not had experienced hate from people that I don't even know this girl. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, no titty having, bitch. I'm like, I got that title, which is like my fucking trust fund. Them deeds to that fucking land, bitch. She calling me a scarecrow, talking about my titties gone. And this is how I know that my family is in on this, because my whole life, this is the shit that my family would say to me. They would say, you're flat-chested. I came from a family of bigger women, right? So all the women in my family is big as fuck. They all bigger women. They all trying to get motherfucking surgeries and all that shit to get themselves together and all that shit. All of them. I'm naturally built like this. And that's what they wouldn't, nobody was making fun of them for being a big person because they were all surrounded by big people, but they were making fun of me for being skinny. Okay? And I don't even know this bitch, but that she was giving the ammunition from the people who was already saying this type of shit to me. Okay? So scarecrow, titties gone. Okay, I said, but y'all stealing from me. Dried up, bitch. I'm like, okay, we ain't steal shit. You don't got shit to steal. Then why are you even talking to me, bitch? Okay? Your sister stole your food stamps from you, hoe. Not us. That's what she said. So she's snitching on you too. Rachel, Susan, whoever, one of you hoes. Okay? She's snitching on y'all too. Do this whole fucking conversation. She said, I'm a dog walk your bony ass. Okay? I'm like, okay. And she's like laughing my ass off. You really think I'm afraid of you? I've never been afraid of this bitch. But what had happened was these people, my family members, all these people they souped her up. They told her that I was scary, I was docile because I have a kind heart, I have a good heart. So they told this girl that I wasn't gonna react a certain way to her because they know that my first reaction is always love. Okay? So this is how this girl that do not know me, I ain't never had an argument with ever, not in person or nothing like that, thinks that she can come to me like this. This is why she's doing it very, very confidently. Okay? And then I said, you really think I'm afraid of you? And she said, laughing my ass off, you should be. I'm not, is what I said. She said, you ain't. Val said, you know better. That's the auntie that worked in law enforcement. She retired, but she worked in law enforcement too. Her son in law enforcement, but all these motherfuckers fired and shit. And fired and retired. But anyways, you're deep in my family beef. How do you even know her? How do you even know her? You're talking about my Aunt Val. This is my ex-husband's new wife, not the second wife, but the new third wife. And I have no contact with this person. Him is what I mean. Okay, she said, your Aunt Val said, you know better. I said, I'm not even a little scared of you. Good, good, good. I said, I don't care what people says. It's what God says. She said, it was fun cussing you out. I'm about to block you. I said, let's see what God and the law have to say. She said, we will see you in court. I said, block me. I can't wait. I'm going to laugh when we get custody, when they grant us custody. I'm like, okay. Pretty much. She said, do you know that we have letters from their schools and the boys and they're not pretty for you? And my ex-husband has never been on any paperwork on my kid's school because he's never been there. He's never been there. So what the fuck you mean? The time when we moved down to Atlanta that he left us out there homeless and shit, that was the one time, but we wasn't even in Atlanta long, so it wouldn't even be a year that he's ever been on anybody documents or anybody paperwork. And it was just for those particular schools. So what is you saying? What do you mean? And it only happened for like 3 months out of their whole life, and they teenagers. So what are you talking about? But anyways, that's what I said. You think my teenage kids can't speak because they're going to say what the fuck I just said. All right. She said, you playing with the right ones. You must don't know the process, sweetie. I said, no. Y'all playing with the right one. Girl, okay, you won. I said, I haven't done anything to y'all. That's me reiterating. I have not done anything to you all. Now get off my Facebook. I'm like, nothing. I haven't done nothing to y'all. Y'all just hate me because I'm me. These are facts. You're still right. And I said, yep, you still right. And I said, yeah, block me. She said, laughing my ass off, I won't give your old ass the satisfaction. That's what she said. She tried to call me old. Your husband is older than me, bitch. The fuck you mean? You must like old motherfuckers. You sucking old dick, bitch, because he 3 years older than me. So what the fuck you mean? But anyways, okay. I said, I love you. If it wasn't for y'all trying to kill me, I never would have discovered this inheritance, my treasure. Okay? She said, laughing my ass off. Art's still alive today, silly hoe. Art is Arthur, that preacher. Okay? I said, you're going to live a long time. You're going to have a long time to sit and think about how he manipulated you when you are in prison giving birth. Okay? I said, long time. All you'll be able to think about is how you was tricked into hating someone you do not even know. Okay? She said, laughing my ass off, bitch. I had her already, and I'm not having any more kids. You need to let it go. Let go. Have a good day. Just proving you make false claims. We're going to pause right here, too, because this right here is very, 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 very significant. Okay? Very, 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 very significant. Now, if you guys go and check out the description bar, I screenshot this message right here, right? And then there was another message that she sent me on Instagram because I had, mass emailed or inboxed my music out, and my Facebook is linked to Instagram, right? And the song accidentally went to her inbox, and in that message, she was like, yeah, bitch, I don't got time. Let me go lay my pregnant ass down. This was me using my psychic ability. At the same time, she was trying to mock my psychic ability. I screenshot both of that shit. Her ass was like, let me go lay my pregnant ass down. She said she was, on this message, this was, August 11, 2021. August 11, 2021. This right here, this part right here. Okay? The other message on Instagram, which you are going to find in the community board, is going to be her saying, let me lay my pregnant ass down. And that date on that message is 10/28/2021. So I just have to point out that, bitch, I'm psychic as fuck, bitch, because your ass is pregnant. She ain't no more. And then remember, when I was just showing y'all the incriminating evidence against the actual preacher trying to come and lure and kidnap my son, didn't he send him a picture of a new baby? Didn't he? He did, didn't he? Okay. But anyways, let's keep going. I told her I've already let this go. I was already over this marriage and this situation when he got with the first wife. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, bitch? I was already over that shit. And that was already years ago. I said, God picked it up. I let it go. God picked it up because he definitely did. And she said, just proving you make false claims. You see what I said? Good luck. And I'm finna post this shit on this community board. Good luck. All right? Everybody already knows what's going on. It's over for y'all, okay? So my Facebook is linked to the Instagram, okay? So this is the message that I sent that was by accident. Fire and pressure, okay? There was mass email that was sent out, and everybody got this song in their inbox. And she says, girl, leave me the fuck alone. Damn, I'm not about to listen to no fucking recording. You really do need help. At this point, I had thought she had already blocked me because that's what we was talking about in that previous shindig there. I was like, I thought you already blocked me. And she was like, basically didn't block me. So that's how she got caught up in a mass email. So I wasn't harassing her or nothing. She got caught up in this mass inbox that I was sending out to everybody because I thought she blocked me after that first conversation, and she didn't. So that's how she ended up getting. And I said, that was an accident. I know you are my hater and hate to see me doing good. Nobody thinks about you. I'm focused on me living my best life. I don't need y'all support. Truth Gang is worldwide. Everybody love me despite all the black magic y'all did on me, and I'm still shining. She said, bitch, stop texting me. That's all I gotta say. I said, I'm still winning, and I do what I want to do because you ain't finna tell me to stop doing shit. You have no control over me, okay? And she says, bitch, you're the one with the fake magic. And I said, oh, but I'm still alive, and your ass was still pregnant, bitch. I just gotta point that out. But anyways, God is with me and not with you, and that's why you mad. She said, listen, let me explain something to you. You don't know what you want to do when it comes to me, because I can block your dumb ass like your mama told me to. Okay. I said, I never done nothing to you. She said, laughing my ass off. Definitely not mad at all. I could care less. I'm like, explain it to the feds. She said, you talk a lot of shit. That's the problem. I have never in my life talked shit to this girl other than what I'm showing y'all right now. I've never in my life talked shit to this girl other than what I am showing you right now. And I had a reason to talk shit to her because, bitch, you just stole my identity, tried to steal my whole fucking family, and then you just try to steal my inheritance, and you try to murder me, bitch. The fuck? But we gonna get to that too, because she gonna incriminate that shit right here too. Okay? I said, I ain't never done nothing to you. Yeah. We gonna breathe, okay? Hold on one second. Be breathing.